Okay, now that I got that out of the way, let's talk about the changes I'm going to be making to this guitar. There's going to be quite a few. Let me pull my microphone over here. Anyway, there's going to be quite a few changes made. The first thing that we're going to do for sure here is this bridge does not solidly fit the guitar. Actually, you can see kind of here, I can fit my fingernail under that screw right there. That screw is lifting off. The body wood's too light for the screw. What I'm going to be doing, since this is not a through body stringing guitar, we're going to convert it into one by replacing this with a similar bridge that's much easier to restring because the strings go through the back and come out the top, and that is also much more conducive to using the actual body wood for tone. I probably will be using the old saddles on it though, because I like these saddles a lot better than the other type. They just, I've noticed this type seems to break strings a lot less. The pickups are remaining unchanged. I really like the way they sound. The only thing I'm going to do to these is give these the L'Oreal wax bath treatment, which you'll get to see on here. What it is we take these pickups and we wax pot them by sticking them in a L'Oreal wax bath and paraffin wax for, you know, as long as they keep on bubbling. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these two with the covers on, so they are completely chock full of wax and nothing moves and they don't squeal or anything. And this one here, I'm going to build a cardboard surround for it, so then when I'm finally done, you know, once the wax will have time to harden, and then I can just carefully, you know, wipe it off the pickup as it's just lukewarm and not, you know, burning hot to the touch and melted. The whole idea of this is basically to trap the wax in the pickup, make sure no parts move, unless you want to move them with a screwdriver or something. And that's the whole idea, and I wonder who in the hell is banging on what, and they probably need to screw off. I'm trying to make a vid, assholes. Anyway, other changes. We're getting a new pick guard for this, blue Moto. Could you knock it off, please? We're getting a blue Moto pick guard. We're getting Brand spanking new wiring in some spots. This tone control is coming out. We're putting a new pot and push-pull shaft pot here, which will give the two other pickup selections this switch does not have. And this one will be just as it always was, and we'll add a switch right here for the coil tap on the bridge pickup if it has a 4-conductor wire. The neck's going to remain virtually unchanged except one thing. We're taking off these tuning machines and we're replacing them with a set of Clusen style tuners that are going to go on this guitar. Clusen style tuning machines with the safety slots. Those are my favorite type, and I really think they would go well with something like this. Overall, not too bad. I've already done some electrical shielding under here, as we will soon see, and I have also done a complete setup. The action's a lot lower now. Buzzes less. It doesn't buzz through the amp, which is the key point. I kind of feel it's okay to let the thing buzz just a little bit if it doesn't come through the amp, if it doesn't kill sustain, which in this case it does not. On cheaper guitars like this, you sometimes have to make small compromises. Oh yeah, and I'm putting strap locks on it for him because he was saying the strap comes off, so I'm going to give it my typical setup. Now let's take a look under the hood. Well, I don't know what in the heck all the banging is for, but deal with it, people. Anyway, here's my pickguard. Well, here's the horrible routing after I've already shielded it with some aluminum tape like I use right here on all my stuff. This actually is what partially keeps this thing pretty darn quiet already. Showed the whole cavity. You can kind of see how the routing is kind of a hack job, especially up here. There was actually a section of bare wood right here where the routing, where it looks like at the factory they had to do some extended routing to make the pickups fit, which I think is kind of funny. So yeah, this is an earlier first act guitar, by the way. They've come a long way. This is like their offering from 2003. I remember when they sold these in stores. Let's get some more gain up in here. Anyway, let's look up close to here. Right there's the tone pot. It's 500K analog audio. It's got its own cap. This has got its own cap. 500K volume. This is coming out and being replaced with a push-pull tone pot for the added pickup selection. This right here is your 5-way switch. It's one of the cheaper, easier to wire kinds. Basically, each pickup goes into each lug right here on each side of the switch, in one side of the switch, and the tone controls go into the corresponding lugs on the other side, which are diagonal from the initial contact. The middle contact goes out towards the volume knob. Right here's our bridge humbucker, fairly typical humbucker construction with the brass backplate and everything, and bar magnet. Typical cheap single coil pickups with the ceramic magnets down the bottom to magnetize the pole pieces. And that's pretty much what the innards of this guitar are like, but this is all getting transferred to a Blue Moto pickguard and slightly rewired, and when I'm done it's going to look a lot neater. The wiring's going to go like that and all nice and neat because I don't like doing nasty wiring jobs. Anyway, keep posted. You'll see a lot more changes on this guitar in a couple of days when I get the parts in and can start drilling for the bridge and doing all the other fun stuff.